This morning newspaper described Bobby Byrne, the Pittsburgh Pirates field baseman, as cool, nervy, and smart. He was all that, and he is leading the way in this 1909 World Series replay between the Pittsburgh Pirates and the Detroit Tigers. Byrne so far is 4 for 10, hitting 400 with a triple, 2 doubles, and a stolen base. 1911 shows best what kind of player Bobby Byrne was. The Pirates were playing the Brooklyn Dodgers. Bobby Byrne was at first base with Fred Clark at third, and those two Pirates pulled off a double steal. Byrne sneaking into third base as Brooklyn's catcher argued with the umpire, Bill Crum. After that, Dots Miller worked first and third again, and Byrne pulled off another double steal, giving the hustling leadoff hitter steals of second, third, and home in the same inning. This is Apba Baseball Classics, where yesterday's stars performed through cards and dice, classic games on our tabletops. Hi everybody, this is Apba Brian and Apba Baseball Classics bringing to you game number 4 of the 1909 World Series. Pittsburgh is up 2-1 over the Tigers. And here's your starting lineups for today's game. Pirates are visiting Bennett Park in Detroit, and they're going to lead off with Bobby Byrne, Ham High in left field, Fred Clark in center field, Honus Wagner shortstop, Dots Miller at second, Bill Epstein's at first, Owen Wilson in right field, and Moon Gibson is the catcher, lefty left field on the mound. He's a grade B pitcher. Detroit will feature Manny McIntyre in left field, Ty Cobb in right field, Sam Crawford in center field, Moriarty at third base, Jim Delahaney's in second base, Tom Jones is at first base, Bosch Schmidt is the catcher, Charlie O'Leary at shortstop, and George Mullen, he's a grade A pitcher, is on the mound for the Tigers. Mullen has a Y strikeout modifier. We're playing basic Apba, and we are ready to go. Bobby Byrne steps into the box. 6-2 is a swing and a miss, strike 3. And George Merlin gets his game off to a roaring start. U-turning Bobby Byrne with a strikeout. Here's Ham Hyatt. Hyatt is in the game due to an injury. Both teams have had injuries. But for the Pirates, the injured player is Tommy Leach. He's injured for 2 games, so he'll be out for this game and then be back for the next one. 1-2 is a ground ball to second base. And that play is made by Jim Delahaney. Detroit's fielding record adds up to 35, so they're fielding column 3. And Pittsburgh is fielding column 2, so their numbers add up to 37. There's Fred Clark. And Fred Clark lifts a fly ball to center field. Sam Crawford pats the glove and puts it away. 3 up and 3 down. Go to the bottom of the first inning. It's 0-0. Pirates or Tigers coming to bat. All right, we mentioned the Pirates had an injured player. Detroit has 2 injured players, and their bench is even thinner. Donnie Bush, their shortstop, is out for 3 games, so he has this game and another game to sit. And Davy Jones, their leadoff hitter who plays left field, is out for this game, and he'll be back for game 5. And Manny McIntyre is taking his place, lefty left field, has a Z control modifier along with his B rating. Here's a pitch to McIntyre. That's a ground ball hit to third base, and that is fielded by Bobby Byrne to throw to first. Tigers have an out. All right, here's Ty Cobb. Cobb is in a real World Series was outplayed by his counterpart over shortstop for Pittsburgh, Honus Wagner. But so far in this series, Cobb is 5 for 12 with a double and a stolen base. And Wagner is 3 for 11. And that's going to be a base on balls. First base runner of the game. And we are playing straight up basic Apba. Here is Sam Crawford. Crawford's having a good series. Crawford is hitting 4 out of 12 with 2 steals and RBI. Layfield from the stretch. Here's the pitch. Slow roller hit to the left side, picked up by Bobby Byrne. He goes to first base for the out. And Cobb goes to second. So he's at second base now with 2 gone. I think Bobby Byrne at third base holds the record for most assists in a game. There's some ridiculous number. I think he had 18 plays one game. Here is George Moriarty. 5-2 is a ground out to third base. Where else? Bobby Byrne in on all 3 plays for the Pirates. 3 outs. Top of the second inning, no score. Georgia Peach is going to wilt out there at second base. Stranded. George Mullen, the pitcher for the Tigers, is the Tigers ace. He's out of Toledo, Ohio. All right, he's facing Hans Wagner. There's the pitch to the Pirates superstar shortstop. And Wagner strokes a base hit. First hit for the Pirates. Brings up Dots Miller. Mullen goes into the stretch. And here is the pitch to Dots Miller. Wagner is stealing. The throw to second. He is safe at second with a stolen base. So he's in scoring position. Miller's a 279 hitter. These games have been closely played. They've all been one-run games. Miller's going to square around and lay one down. And he did so with 2 strikes and ends up striking out. There's Bill Abstein. 1 down. 5-2. Abstein takes his strike 3 caught looking. Struck out 9 times in the actual World Series. 2 outs. And it's going to be up to Owen Chief Wilson. 51 is an 8 against an A pitcher. That's going to be a ground out to third base. So Cobb was stranded at second. Wagner is stranded at second. 1 hit, no runs, no errors. Bottom of the second, no score. It's going to be Delahanty, Tom Jones, and Bosch Schmidt. Scheduled hit for Detroit in the last of the second inning. Fly ball lifted to right field. And that is caught by Owen Wilson. 1 away. And the batter is Tom Jones. 35 is a 9 against a B pitcher. That's going to be a single line drive over the shortstop's head. Even Wagner couldn't reach that one. And the Tigers have a base runner. Here's the catcher, Bosch Schmidt. Layfield into the stretch. The pitch. Slow order to third. Schmidt's got a chance to beat it out. And he is safe. First and second for the Tigers. So 2 hits here in the inning. Tigers are threatening. Charlie O'Leary, light hitting shortstops, due up. With the pitcher on deck. Layfield's going to go ahead and pitch to O'Leary. O'Leary takes a cut, but he misses. Strike 3. 2 outs. And it's going to be up to the pitcher, George Mullen, to get anything out of this. 35 is a 23. Interesting. That pitcher was a ball, and it's being argued vehemently by the Pirates catcher, Moon Gibson, and the umpires having none of that. Moon Gibson is ejected from the game. New catcher will be Patty O'Connor. He is defensive rating 7, so the Pirates are now 36. That's still fielding column 2, but they're on the brink. All right, here's the next pitch to George Mullen. 5-5. Mullen hits a ground ball, where else but to third base. Bobby Burns scoops and throws to first. That's the third out, so 2 hits. Nobody scores. We go to the top of the third. 0-0. All right, for Pittsburgh, Patty O'Connor will lead off. In the dead ball era in the 1900s, there were lots and lots of stereotypes, and nicknames reflected that. Where did Patty come from? Well, he's Irish, and it's believed that the word Paddy Wagon, which was a sort of a rolling jail, came from that lots of Irishmen were policemen, or lots of drunk Irishmen were escorted in the backs of the Paddy Wagon. So it has a stereotypical origin there. There is George Mullen pitching to Patty O'Connor. 1-4 is a fly ball to left field. That is put away by Matty McIntyre for the first out. Here's the pitcher for the Pirates, Lefty Layfield. Pittsburgh's pitcher yesterday had a triple in the game, which drove in a run. 6-3 is a fly ball to right field. That's Ty Cobb's play, and he makes the catch. Top of the order to Bobby Byrne. And 56 is going to be a 34. Bobby Byrne strikes out, caught looking. So a lot of players not happy with that strike zone today. Bottom of the third, still no score. It's the top of the order for the Tigers, and here is Matty McIntyre. He rolled out to third his first time up. Roll is a 4-2, and that's going to be a base on balls. Matty McIntyre trots to first. Here's Cobb. Swinging a hot bat. Here's the pitch to Ty Cobb. 62 is a 9. Cobb guides a slow roller to second base. He's a fast man. It's the throw to first is not in time. Cobb beats out the infield hit. First and second Tigers, and nobody out. That brings up Sam Crawford. 31. That's going to be a fly ball hit to center field. And that's caught. Fred Clark with a catch. First out. That's a big hurdle for Lefty Layfield to get past. Here is George Moriarty, the third baseman. Moriarty gets a hit to left field. McIntyre rounds third. The throw goes home, and he is safe at home. Meanwhile, Cobb goes to third. Moriarty holds at first. First and third. Tigers are on the board. It is Detroit 1 and Pittsburgh nothing. Pittsburgh's going to play their infield at double play depth for Jim Delahaney. 42 is a 42 play result. Kerplunk. Delahaney's hit by a pitch ball. That fills the bases. And Pittsburgh will still stay at double play depth. Tom Jones is the batter. Can Tom Jones put a quarter in the merry-go-round? Here we go. 6-6 roll. That's a hit column roll, and that's going to get everybody running on the merry-go-round. 12s and 8 in the second column. And that's a single through short. Batters go 2 bases, but no extra base hit on that. 2 RBIs, though, first and third. And the Tigers take a 3-0 lead. Still only 1 out in the inning. Here's the catcher, Bosch Schmidt. Layfield into the stretch. The pitch to Schmidt, 6-3. Schmidt lifts a fly ball to left field. Delahunty tags, he will score. And Tom Jones will hold it first, but it's 4 runs home in the inning. Tigers lead 4-0. 2 outs. Here is Charlie O'Leary. Crawford was the first out on a fly out the center. There's been 2 walks and 3 hits in the inning. Here's the pitch to Charlie O'Leary. 34 is a fly out the center field. But on 3 hits, Detroit scores 4 runs. It's the Tigers 4 and the Pirates nothing. Pittsburgh comes up in the top of the 4th inning, having a steep mountain to climb. They're down by 4 runs. George Mullen has been stingy for the Tigers. He's allowed 1 hit, no walks, and he has struck out 4 Pirates. Here's the pitch to Ham Hyatt. Well, there you go. Ham Hyatt leads off with a single to right field. Average speed at first. Here's Fred Clark. 1-6 is a 28, which is a ground ball to shortstop picked up by Wagner. Picked up by O'Leary. The plays at first base, with Hyatt going the second. 1 down. Here's Wagner, followed by a 279 hitter. But with the 4-run lead, you don't want to put extra runners on base. Look at pitch to Wagner. Hope for the best. 46 is a 12. And that is going to be a swing and a miss, strike 3. Wagner goes down swinging. He's 1 for 2. That's 2 outs for Dots Miller. Ball 4. Tying runs on deck. Bill Epstein comes up. And 51. That's a bouncer to third. Picked up by Moriarty, and he throws out Epstein at first. 1 hit, no errors, and 2 left. Bottom of the 4th. Detroit 4, Pittsburgh nothing. All right, the pitcher, George Mullen, is the first scheduled hitter in the inning. Here's a pitch from lefty Layfield. 8 against the B pitcher. That's going to be a fly out to center field, but he made contact. 1 gone. Here's Matty McIntyre. Base on balls. And McIntyre has reached base for the 2nd time, both by way of walking. Here is Ty Cobb. Cobb is 1 for 1 and now 6 for 13, batting almost 500 in this series. 32 is a 26. Ground ball to the second baseman, Dots Miller, who throws to Wagner at short to retire McIntyre rather than trying to beat the fast Cobb at first. So it goes 4-6, fielder's choice. Cobb's the base runner at first with 2 outs. And here's Wahoo Sam Crawford. Fly ball to center. Fred Clark's tracking it and makes a nice running catch in center field for the 3rd out. Top of the 5th. Tigers lead by 4. All right, this is the basement of the Pittsburgh order. 7, 8, and 9. If somebody gets on base, we might see a pitch hitter for the pitcher, with the Pirates being down by 4 tallies. 35 is a 9 against an A pitcher. That's a ground out to the shortstop. That A turns a 9 into an out. Here's Patty O'Connor. Flight out to left. His first time up. This time he gets a base hit. A single to right field. All right, lefty Layfield is a 192 hitter as a pitcher, 78 at bats. Had a few triples and a double. It's got a little power. We'll stay with him. Here's the pitch to lefty Layfield, 2-5. And Layfield beats out an infield hit. So staying with the pitcher actually worked out for Pittsburgh. First and second, 1 out. Bobby Byrne. Okay, no Z modifier on Mullen. That's going to be a base on balls. And the Pirates have them loaded. And now the tie-in run is at the plate. Ham Hyatt, a 299 hitter, almost a 300 hitter. Detroit's going to play the infield back. Hope for a double play. Here's a pitch to Ham Hyatt. 23 is a 26. Ground ball to Delahanty at second base. He gets Byrne out at second, 4-6. Gibson scores, so it's a fielder's choice for Hyatt and an RBI. And Pittsburgh's on the board, 4-1. Fred Clark with Honus Wagner on deck. And Fred Clark delivers with a single to left field. Hyatt will go to third. And lefty Layfield, the pitcher, scores from second. So it's now 4-2. The Pirates have cut the lead in half. And now they've got Honus Wagner at the plate. Mullen will pitch to Wagner. Here's the pitch. 2-5. Line drive by Wagner to left field. 1 run scores. Clark holds at second. Wagner drives in the 3rd run of the inning. 4 hits in the inning. Here's Dots Miller. There are 3 runs home, so now the Pirates only trail by 1, 52. Ground ball to the third baseman, George Moriarty, who throws the first, and that closes out the inning. 3 runs on 4 hits. The Pirates almost bat around, and it is now Detroit 4 and Pittsburgh 3. The deeper we get into this matchup between the Tigers and the Pirates, the more clear it is that these are 2 evenly matched teams. The real World Series went 7 games, and this one has been fought tooth and nail. George Moriarty leads off for the Tigers in the last of the 5th inning. 5-4 is going to be a fly ball lifted to right field, and that is caught by Owen Wilson. 1 out, and Moriarty is 1 for 3 in the game. Here's Jim Delahanty. 1-5 is a base hit for Delahanty. A single to center that falls in front of Fred Clark. Average speed at first. Tom Jones is the batter. And Jones pops it up. It's a foul out to the catcher, Paddy O'Connor. 2 outs. And here is the Tiger catcher, Bosch Schmidt. Schmidt is having a good day. He's singled and has a sacrifice fly RBI. 35 is a 36. And that is a wild pitch that's going to put the Tiger runner in scoring position. And get Schmidt walked probably. Now he's 209. Well, there's 203. He won't walk it. They're going to pitch to him. 52 is a 27. And that's going to be a ground out to third base. Bobby Byrne, with his 5th assist on the day. 1 hit, no runs. Top of the 6th, Tigers lead by 1. Some of these Pittsburgh Pirates, when we talked about Bill Epstein a few days ago, his primary sport was soccer, growing up in St. Louis. And this Pirate team has a few other players from St. Louis. And I forgot to mention in the intro this morning, or in this game, that Bobby Byrne grew up in St. Louis, and he was all city in soccer in St. Louis himself. All right, here's Epstein. 1-2 is a ground ball to second base. Let's see, that's X strikeout modifier. Mullen's a Y, so it is a ground out to second. Epstein is the only hitter who didn't hit in that Pirate inning in the 5th inning where they scored 3 times. There's Owen Wilson. And that's going to be a ground out to third. So two up, two ground outs. Patty O'Connor. O'Connor, let's see, he got a hit and scored that last inning. 3-3 roll. He's going to get another hit in this inning. Patty O'Connor is 2 for 3 since he's come into the game. Now the pitcher, Lefty Layfield, who was 1 for 2. This time he grounds out to second base. And that closes out the inning. We go to the bottom of the 6th. 4-3 Detroit. Okay, Charlie O'Leary will lead off for the Detroit Tigers in the bottom of the 6th inning. I notice on his biographical information on the Apba card, he's from Chicago. Hopefully not related to Mrs. O'Leary and the cow. Here's the pitch to Charlie O'Leary, 42. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 1 down. Here is Mullen. He pops out to the catcher, 2 quick outs. And now the top of the order for Matty McIntyre. McIntyre has walked twice in this game, so he has contributed as a leadoff hitter. 42 is another base on balls. 3 walks in the game. And he is not the only 3 walks. He also walked Cobb. And he hit a batter. Here is Cobb. Cobb has been on base all 3 times. Walked singled and fielder's choice. And Cobb swings and drives the ball to right center field. It gets down for a base hit. McIntyre goes to third. Cobb has 2 hits today and 7 hits on the series. That brings up Sam Crawford. Here's the pitch by Layfield. There goes Cobb. Cobb slides into second base, safe, with the stolen base. That is Cobb's second stolen base in the series. Second and third, Crawford can give some breathing room here. Pittsburgh calls timeout. All right, in the actual game, Deacon Philippe was the reliever that was called on to help Lefty Layfield. Pittsburgh lost that game 5-0 in real life. He's a great C pitcher. He'll be coming on. He has got the ZZ modifier, but he does not get the bump up. Or he does. Now, Crawford's a left-handed batter. Philippe is a left-handed pitcher, so he will be a great B pitcher. Pitching to Sam Crawford, 2 out, 2 on, second and third. Here's the pitch. 2-3. And Philippe induces a ground ball to Jim Delahaney at second base. Miller at second base. Delahaney sitting on the bench. That's the third out. No runs on a hit. No errors and 2 left. We go to the top of the 7th inning. 4-3 Detroit. All right, this will be George Mullen's fatigue inning. His point of fatigue, if 3 bad things happen, then his grade will go down to a grade B. And top of the order for Pittsburgh comes up, Bobby Burns. Pittsburgh is only down by 1. 2-4 is a swing and a miss, strike 3. Burns had a tough day of it. 3 strikeouts and a walk. Ham Hyatt. That's a base hit for Ham Hyatt. He's got 2 hits. Fred Clark's the batter. Swings that bat from the left side. 4-4 is grounded to Moriarty at third base. Mullen's A grade takes away that potential hit. Base runner goes to second. There's 2 outs with a man in scoring position, and Hannes Wagner, the hitter. The hit here could tie the game. They're going to walk Hannes Wagner. And I do count that as a bad thing. So it's 2 nicks against Mullen's fatigue. Dots Miller's the batter. Let's see if Dots Miller can put him out of the game. There's something here. 1-2 is a ground ball to the shortstop O'Leary, who goes the short way. 6-4 to retire Wagner at second. So that's the three outs, 2 hits for the Pirates, no runs. Bottom of the seventh inning stretch time. Tigers lead by 1. All right, Deacon Philippe, the reliever for Pittsburgh, is a rated starting pitcher, so we're not worried about his fatigue. George Moriarty, the batter, 52 is a hit on the ground. Bobby Byrne at third scoops and throws the first, and Moriarty is retired. He is 1 for 4, and most of the Tigers have hit safely today, but there are a couple of them that have not. McIntyre's walked 3 times, but Crawford and O'Leary are yet to get a hit. Here's Jim Delahaney. 5-6 is a 34, and that's a pop out to the shortstop, Honus Wagner. 2 gone, and Tom Jones. 24 is a swing and a miss for strike 3. That's Philippe's first strikeout. 3 up, 3 down. We go to the 8th. Tigers by 1 run. All right, George Mullen will pitch to Bill Abstein, Owen Wilson, and George Gibson. They're 6 outs away from tying this series up, but it's a close ball game. Here's the pitch to Abstein. Ground ball back to the pitcher, Mullen. Knocks it down, picks it up, and throws the first. Abstein's retired. Big Bill goes back to the dugout. Here is Owen Chief Wilson. That's a ground ball to third. And Moriarty throws out Chief Wilson. 2 outs. And now Petty O'Connor, who's got 2 hits in this game, he's 2 for 3. 4-3 is another grounder back to the pitcher. Mullen's got it, throws the first, and that's an easy inning for the Tiger pitcher. Go to the bottom of the 8th. Detroit 4, Pittsburgh 3. While Schmidt comes to bat for Detroit, hard-nosed catcher, tough man. Here's the pitch to Schmidt, 5'11", 200 pounds. 1-4 is a fly ball lifted to left field. Ham Hyatt calls for it and makes the catch. There's a shortstop, Charlie O'Leary. And he hits a grounder to Honus Wagner. Sure hands over there. Scoops and throws the first. 2 outs. And George Mullen will hit and stay in the game. And he rolls one out to first base for the final out of the inning. 3 unassisted. Top of the 9th. Tigers 4 and the Pirates 3. All right, Deacon Philippe. They turned in some clutch relief pitching for Pittsburgh, but he's going to be pinch hit for here in the top of the 9th by Ed Abaticio. There's the windup and the pitch from George Mullen. Base on balls. That's a walk. Let's see if we left a pitcher in. Now that would have been, he would have walked the pitcher as well. Time runs at first, and George Mullen is tired. That's the third bad thing to happen to him. He goes to a grade B-Y pitcher. Tigers have activity in their bullpen. That's left-hander Ed Keelian is warming up. Keelian worked 1 inning in game 2, gave out no earned runs. Bobby Byrne, the top of the order, steps up for Pittsburgh. He's had a very tough day, 3 strikeouts and a walk. He's going to try to bunt the runner over. No outs. Oh, man, I hate to give up an out. I mean, you only got 3 left. He's just a 226 hitter and not having a good day. He's going to bunt. 56 is a 34. Bunted too hard to third. Throw goes to second, and they get the pitcher out at second. 5-6, so it's a fielder's choice on the attempted sacrifice, and Burns' day just gets worse. He's at first with 1 down. Here is Ham Hyatt, a lefty hitter. And Matty McIntyre is coming out of the game for Detroit. Mullen is going to play left field. He's a rated 1 left fielder. So Mullen goes into left field. McIntyre comes out. Ed Keeling will bat if this game gets tied in McIntyre's spot. But Ed Keeling is a left-handed pitcher. He'll face the left-handed Ham Hyatt. Now in Apba, he doesn't get the bump up because he's already an A pitcher. But you still get a gain of the A rating back as Mullen was tired. He was a grade B pitcher. So Keeling will be facing Ham Hyatt with a runner out first and 1 down. 4-1 is a ground ball. Hit to O'Leary at short. Flips to Delahaney. Over to first to Tom Jones. It's a 6-4-3 game-ending double play. And that wraps up the victory for Detroit, 4-3. Well, here's the line score of today's Game 4 of the 1909 World Series. The Pittsburgh Pirates had 3 runs on 9 hits, no errors. Detroit 4 runs on 7 hits, and they committed no errors. Lefty Layfield is saddled with the loss. He also lost the actual Game 4. He goes 5 2/3, gives up 4 runs. And Mullen, the Tigers ace, didn't pitch a shutout in the replay game, but he held him to 3 runs in 8 1/3, and he gets the victory with Ed Keeling getting the save. Today's star of the game. Why not stay with Ty Cobb? He was 2 for 2, stole a base, scored a run. Just did Ty Cobb things. And it will make Ty Cobb once again the star of the game. Thanks for watching. If you like these tabletop baseball games and you can see the action in your mind as we play through these major league teams, hit the subscribe button, and also comments and hitting the like button is helpful as well. I usually don't beg a lot on this channel, but there you go. I just did. Thanks for watching. Have a good day, and may God bless.